This trend of afternoon thunderstorms with some bits of morning sunshine will continue each of the next 7 days. Very typical for this time of year, but we also have some high heat and humidity to deal with. A heat advisory in effect for the day tomorrow. We'll dive into that in just a second. But in the tropics, we're also watching an area for possible development over the next 7 days. It has a small chance at impacting our region sometime next week, but we still have a lot of time to watch that and see what it does. But right now, we are seeing those green cloud tops on our water vapor imagery. That indicates it's a very humid atmosphere, and we're having some heavy rainfall accumulation across parts of the area. That's started to subside the past couple of hours and will continue to do so through the rest of the evening. So those showers and storms will be harder to come by after sunset, and then overnight we start to see clearer skies with a couple of clouds around tomorrow morning, but still seeing lots of sunshine, and that will continue through the morning hours. An isolated storm is possible as early as noontime tomorrow, and then that storm coverage becomes a little bit more scattered as we head throughout your afternoon. Maybe not as widespread as today, but still having some of those showers and storms lingering after sunset, starting to dissipate by around midnight tomorrow night, and then we clear out once again by the time we get to Thursday morning. But something to add onto tomorrow's forecast is the heat. We have a heat advisory in effect starting at 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. for the entire region except parts of the Swanee River Valley. High temperatures in the mid-90s, but those feel like temperatures as high as 110 degrees, and that will come in areas more likely that do not see as much rainfall. So some of the areas that see less rain coverage tomorrow afternoon, you get more sunshine. That will help to rise those temperatures a little bit higher than some areas that get those storms. So that's why the heat advisory is in effect. Not everyone going to feel like 110 degrees tomorrow afternoon, but a fair chunk of the region may do so. But as we head to the beach tomorrow to try to cool off, 88 degrees will be that high temperature there. We do have some scattered storms that we'll have to dodge with a moderate risk of rip currents, and apply that sunscreen as always in these summer months. Out in the tropics, some areas of thunderstorm activity out in the open waters of the Atlantic right now. Next couple of days doesn't have a chance of developing into a tropical cyclone, but once we get towards the weekend and it's north of the Caribbean islands, that's where we have a 60% chance of development through the next week. Right now, signs are it may curve out along the east coast of the United States. However, that tropical moisture does get pretty close to us as we head towards this weekend. And if it takes a little bit more of a southerly track, we could be dealing with some increased rainfall totals and cloud cover early part of next week. It's just something we have to watch, because if it does track along that east coast, we are going to be dealing with more sunshine. Tonight, a low of 76 degrees. As we head throughout the next 7 days, though, highs in the mid-90s, scattered storms each afternoon.